Just to get you to tell me your full name, your job title, and who your employer is, please.
I'm Paul McKeown. I'm a fabricator with BAE Systems.
Which modern apprenticeship are you working towards, and how long have you been doing that?
I was working towards a marine fabrication apprenticeship. I did that for 3 years.
And what does your work involve?
At the moment, I'm working in a steel outfit shop in the Govan site, basically fabricating anything from pipe hangers to seats for engines, and they then get fitted on the unit. But throughout my apprenticeship, I was the person fitting those things on the unit, and now I'm kind of the other way around. I'm now making them. So.
And what are the skills that are involved in that? What have you learnt to do?
A range of things, different machinery, using saws, using guillotines, flange machines, different methods of welding, tack welding, different welding positions, and basically all areas of fabrication.
So, and all the things that you make, that you fabricate, they go into ships?
Yeah, they go into the units that are in either in the fab shed or in the outfit hall in Govan.
And what do you like about the work that you do?
The work I do at the moment, I like it. It's I'm left to just work. No any hassle. I'm just trusted to go and basically do what I've carry out the skills that I've learned over my 3 years in my apprenticeship, and I work both myself and in a team.
And what do you feel you have gained from an apprenticeship as opposed to doing any other kind of training?
Well, through my apprenticeship, I wasn't just like working on the job as well. I was attending different courses, and I was on Prince's Trust course. I was working with people, helping them to apply for jobs and apply for college courses. Also, I did the LLA course within the company, and that helped like kind of presentation skills and stuff like that, and like teamwork skills and leadership skills as well. So like, as well as my apprenticeship, I've done other things that have kind of helped build my confidence to take back into the workplace, and basically it's brought me on a long way from where I was maybe three and a half years ago.
And what has it done for you personally then? What are the kind of difficulties perhaps you've had to overcome?
Like I said, even things like this, this wouldn't be me 3 years ago doing like the LLA course. We did a presentation to like directors and management, and no way would I be able to do that 3 or 4 years ago. And just the confidence that having a job as well, and like having a job that folks even think you're not too bad at, it's kind of builds your confidence a wee bit.
And what difference do you think being involved in the Modern Apprentice of the Year award will make to you?
Hopefully it can help me work towards maybe a better job, not so much a better job in the future, but like maybe like promotion or going on to, well, I don't, now that my apprenticeship's finished, I don't want it to, like my learning to stop. I want to keep learning and kind of develop myself, so hopefully it can help towards that.
So your ambition is there. What do you hope to do in the future?
Well, I've already applied for, the company's doing a craft to draft scheme, basically putting guys through the shop floor into the drawing office and teaching them basically how to become draftsmen. So I've applied for that, so that's always something that I can try and look forward to if I'm successful with it. And if I'm not successful with that, then just keep trying different things to basically better myself.
So you see a future perhaps in the design as well as fabrication?
Yeah, hopefully. Because now that I've got my trade behind me now, that I can hopefully push on and do something like that.
Have you enjoyed your time as an apprentice?
It's been good. I was a wee bit wary like when I first started, because you get a tour of the yard and it's just a sea of metal, and it's just it was a bit much to take in. But as the months went by, it just gets easier and easier, and you've got people helping you along the way as well. So it was something that I did worry about, but thinking back on it, there was nothing to worry about really. So I've enjoyed it, really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much indeed, Paul. Well done.
Cheers.
So we just start again to ask you to go through your name, your job title, and who you work for.
My name is James McGee. I work for SPX College Union Brand, and I'm a cross-functional mechanical engineer.
And which modern apprenticeship have you been working towards?
It is the AEL modern apprenticeship, which is 4 years, and it's the technical route.
What is your job involve?
Well, we actually make pumps for the oil and gas industry. Department I work in, we do stuff for nuclear and water industrial and these kind of power markets as well, but the main stuff is oil and gas, and I'm actually involved in seawater injection pumps that go onto FPSOs, which are floating platforms, and oil rigs and things like that. I do a variety of things, from design calculations on the pump, documentation that goes out to sub-suppliers for gearboxes, the oil systems, this type of thing. I also have training in SolidWorks and Anvil drawings, so I do a lot of drawings and things like that as well.
So are you involved in the design and production of these pumps?
Yeah, mainly the design, mainly the engineering phase, which is the first kind of 12 weeks of a contract. It might run 52 weeks, but we do the upfront engineering work, so we make sure like all the pressure retain the calcs, things like this, bolting calcs, and all the detailed innards that we need to do. We get all that done first, and then from there we take it into production. We do detailed drawings, we liaise with the guys down the production shop floor, even right through until we've got our bought-in finished stuff in, our gearboxes, things like that, right through the package equipment, through tests, right through from start to finish to make sure there's no really any problems, and keep a kind of constant communication with our purchase departments, our project accounts as well, make sure things are on track, all that kind of thing.
So in terms of the apprenticeship though, you have to go through a lot of disciplines and learn a lot of skills. Is that what it has done?
Yeah, basically, yeah. In here we actually do a rotation system. You're meant to go on a kind of movement plan. First year actually done was on the shop floor, so being an apprentice, building the pumps, right through the basics of tests, like kind of hydro test, that kind of thing, learning all the components, because when you come in you don't know what an impeller is, what a pump is, these kind of things, so right through the very basics, and then after that it's a office-based movement plan, so you do a bit of procurement, a bit of buying in some of the parts you're going to be looking at, and you do some projects, which is liaising with customers, learning all about that kind of side of it, right through in the design department and the drawing office, all this kind of type of thing. So it's a really good, it's a broad base you get from the apprenticeship. It kind of gives you a lot of the information you need, which you move through, and for me, move into an engineering kind of type role.
So what's the best thing about an apprenticeship scheme? Is it that it gives you that broad background?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about the practical side of it. Everyone I've ever spoken to from it, there's kind of two types of kind of people you get in engineering. You get graduates who are like the kind of academics of it, and you've got the apprenticeship, which is the kind of practical stuff. And having gone through university at the same time, I've got a bit of both, which is definitely the most beneficial thing. Like knowing the practical side of it as well as the technical side of it is brilliant.
And what do you feel you've gained from going through the apprenticeship route into your work?
It's exactly that, the actual practical side of it. I've got a great relationship with a lot of guys on the shop floor. I've been here for already 5 years. I know everyone, I know how to speak to, like that kind of type of thing, and getting that understanding. Like, I'll actually work with graduate engineers, guys that have got a degree already, and these guys are missing that. They don't have how each department works, the kind of broad business working, if you know what I mean, that kind of type of thing.
And what about from you personally? What sort of personal qualities has it helped you develop?
The will to work, to start off with, that kind of thing, has made me quite ambitious, and I've done quite well through my apprenticeship. So working from the kind of young age, and not going to university and developing a kind of student type of approach, like I don't have that, and a lot of my friends do have that. So I kind of learned the working way very quickly, picked up very early, and I've never really had to get used to it. So it's been like that since the start. So
it's the focus on work.
Yeah, basically, just having a working attitude from day one, and not letting it go.
And what sort of difficulties have you had to overcome? Personal qualities, areas that you've had to build on during the apprenticeship?
I would say probably the drawing. Like I got really good marks in school for the kind of technical side of things, but the drawing was kind of quite lacking. And going from what you do in school, which is kind of basic isometric, like kind of cubes and cylinders and that type of thing, to general instrument drawings in here that have got thousands and thousands of moving parts on them, thousands of dimensions, all this kind of thing. Going to that level of detail was night and day. It wasn't even similar. So there's a big step up there, and it took me a while to kind of adjust to it. And during the 6 months in the drawing department, that kind of helped.
What difference do you think being involved in the Modern Apprentice of the Year Award will make, or might make for you?
Getting the recognition is what it's all about, really. And knowing your manager, things like that, they'll know you're working hard, but it's getting it across the business. Like if you do manage to be successful, you get a newsletter, and on previous awards I've won, it actually let me get into university winning a previous award, because it let me table a kind of proposal to the head of engineering at the time to let them know I was capable and to show my drive, my commitment, that kind of thing. So these kind of type of awards are really they're great that way, that they can kind of show what you've been working towards. It's kind of like a end of the day type of thing.
And you say you're already going to university, but what does the future hold for you?
Well, I start in 4th year in September, which will be my honours year, so I'll be doing that part time, and hopefully I'll get I'm currently on track for a 1st, so hopefully I can keep it going in 4th year. It'll be obviously really difficult, but I feel it can be done. So I'll get that, and then after that I'm looking to be a chartered engineer, and for that you need a master's. So part time, that's 3 years or 2, depending on how you take it. But that's the way it's lined up, and it's the way that I've let all my kind of managers and this kind of thing know that's what I want, and that's what I'm working towards really on a personal level. Obviously I want to be as good an engineer as I can, and I pick up loads of stuff every day because I'm doing things that in my opinion are beyond what I should be at this level. So I'm already picking up that as it comes, but in the background I'm trying to pick up all the academical skills.
So you've got big ambitions for the future, but what drives you, what makes you interested in this particular kind of engineering?
It's the ones, some of the stuff we do is just unbelievably technical. It's really kind of high specification stuff. That's things that are BP buy and Shell buy. These are kind of oil rigs, the kind of safety stuff that's been at the. But we do pumps that can pump stuff into there like 5 miles into the air, this kind of type of thing. Like amazingly high pressures, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of cutting edge things we do in the oil industry, and I find it really fascinating. I like to be on top of like new technological advancements, all that type of thing. And it's really good being able to call myself an engineer, because it shows that you're technically aware, and not just that. Like as time moves forward, there will be kind of advancements for energy, that kind of type of thing, and being involved in that is really good. I find it really rewarding.
James McGee, thank you.
Thanks.
Well done. Excellent. Well done.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Deacon Convener of the Trades of Glasgow for the presentation of awards.